Well, hey everybody, Andy Kvernen here with another Cornerstone Connection Daily Devotional. This past Tuesday, I was hanging out with our kids' rock group. Miss Ann asked me to come and do a little teaching there. It's always fun to get with the kids, and I dressed up as King Asa from Judah. King Asa was a good king who followed his father Abijah, who was a bad king and who introduced idolatry in all kinds of awful ways to the people of Judah. And so along comes Asa, and he's a reformer. He's doing all kinds of things to change the tone of the nation of Judah. He's getting rid of idols and all these things. And it led to us talking about idolatry. And I can't remember exactly what this one kid said, but I asked the kids what they knew about idolatry and if they had any sort of a notion of what might constitute idolatry in a contemporary context. I use different words than that, but you get the drift. And one of the kids had this really insightful answer and basically reflected that he understood that idolatry is anything that comes between us and God. And I thought, wow, this kid was really insightful. I'm grateful for parents that have been pouring into this kid, and our kids rock staff and our kids ministry staff, as this kid is coming to Sunday morning at Cornerstone, also coming on Tuesday nights, and just really cool to see the insights of someone into Scripture that was a little bit unexpected. And it reminds me of today's Bible reading in Luke chapter 7. Here we encounter a man called a centurion who is a leader in the Roman army amongst the Israelites. And he's in Capernaum, and this man has a servant who is ill. And he knows that Jesus has been walking around Galilee healing people, healing sick people. And so he sends his servants, presumably because he didn't think that a Jewish rabbi would come at the request of a Roman centurion. He sends his servants to make a request of Jesus. And these servants, they go to Jesus, and it's really interesting what they say to Jesus. They say to Jesus, look, this man deserves to have you do this. This man deserves to have you heal his servant. Why? Well, because he loves our nation and has built our synagogue. Here, these Jewish servants, these people, understand that this centurion has acted favorably towards them, and so in their typical thinking, they think, well, one good action deserves a reward or another reaction that is also good, and so they're thinking this man has earned a place, he's earned favor. Jesus ought to do what this man asked to do. But listen to this. It says in verse 6, so Jesus went with them, and he was not far from the house when the centurion sent friends to him to say to him, now listen to the wording of the centurion, Lord, don't trouble yourself, for I do not deserve to have you come under my roof. The friends, the servants, thought the man deserved Jesus' attention, but what does the centurion say? I don't deserve it. I don't deserve to have you come under my roof. And he goes on, he says, that's why I didn't even consider myself worthy to come under you, or to come to you, but say the word, and my servant will be healed. In other words, I know that I don't deserve to have you come and dignify me with your presence. You're a spectacular Jewish rabbi. Maybe he even knew more than that, and actually it'll indicate that he did in just a moment. But he says, look, I don't deserve to have you come. You just speak, and I know that all things come under your authority. Why does he know that? Well, listen to verse 8. He says, for I myself am a man under authority, with soldiers under me, and I tell this one, go, and he goes, and that one, come, and he comes, and I say to my servant, do this, and he does it. What's the centurion saying here? He's saying, look, I know how to recognize authority. I'm a man of authority, and I'm under the authority of the Roman Empire. I know what authority looks like. And Jesus, I've watched you. I've watched you walk around Galilee and demonstrate your authority over demons, over sick people, perhaps even over nature, this centurion has witnessed. I recognize authority when I see it, and you have it. You have it. And so you just speak, and I know this illness will bow to you and will respond according to your word. Friends, it's this really glorious thing. We don't expect that from a Roman centurion. We would think that this Roman centurion would have no notion of who Jesus is, and yet, over and above the Jewish people of that time that should have known, this centurion gets it. And of course, Jesus responds responds accordingly. In verse 9, it says, when Jesus heard this, he was amazed at him, and turning to the crowd following him, he said, I tell you, I have not found such great faith even in Israel. See, Jesus knows this man, he gets it. He recognizes my authority, and that's reflective of his true and genuine faith. It says, then the men who had been sent returned to the house and found the servant well. Of course, the outcome of Jesus' word speaking that healing into existence is that the man is actually healed. The servant is healed. Friends, sometimes those we least expect are those who get it the most accurately. How do you treat those that are outside of your regular sphere of influence? Are you open to them responding in faith? I'm convinced that Jesus is actively pursuing people from all backgrounds, all experiences, all awareness. And when he draws them, he doesn't draw them into some nebulous sort of pluralistic idea that everybody's right. No, he draws them to himself and to an awareness of his authority. I love how this man got it. Friends, maybe you need to come into an awareness of Jesus' authority. Maybe you're like one of the servants here and you think, you know what, this person deserves something good. I deserve something good because I've acted good. No. Let's recognize authority for what it is. Jesus has it all. Jesus is full of power and glory and grace and mercy and truth. And we have what Jesus offers, not because we deserve it, but because he delights to give it. Let's cast ourselves at his feet today. God bless you, friends. Have a great day. And Lord willing, we'll see you again soon on the Cornerstone Connection Daily Devotional.